Thousands of people are petrified to talk on camera, and if you're one of them, you are not alone. Every single day, I work with people who want to learn how to create AI avatars, AI influencers, or even clone themselves so that they don't have to physically be on camera talking, representing their business, their products, their services, or delivering their actual education. Inside my community, I teach people exactly how to clone themselves and create an AI representative or avatar, because that's exactly what I do. What you're watching today is my AI twin. My AI twin turns up on my YouTube content so that I don't have to. I don't have to worry about my lighting, my makeup, my hair, and sometimes I don't even have to worry about my actual audio, as I have used AI to actually clone my visual look and also my voice. This cuts out so much time, so much money, so much discomfort and fear for being in front of the camera. And I don't just use an AI avatar or a clone of myself for my actual YouTube content. I have two online communities, the AI Income Stack and the Skool Launch Circle. And inside of both of those communities, all of my education is delivered by my actual AI avatars. It's still my knowledge and it's still my insight, but the visual representation isn't me. And the part of this that absolutely blows my mind is that these communities combined together bring me in over $13,000 in monthly recurring revenue. On the screen here, you can see a full screen record. It is the 21st of May that I'm recording this video, and I'm going into both of my communities and showing you the MRR. This is the monthly recurring revenue. And before you think, well, the $112,000 is an actual AI community. So of course, they don't mind that the education is being delivered by an AI avatar or clone of myself. But for those inside of my Skool Launch Circle, this is not AI related, yet people still don't mind that the education is being delivered by an AI avatar because they want the results, the wins, and the education. They don't care how it's being delivered. So you might be seeing lots of people using AI avatars, AI influencers, or even cloning themselves for social media content. But just think about if you want to share your education and your insights in more long form content, webinars, inside of your actual coaching communities, you can do that entirely faceless. And in this video, we're going to be looking at how to create an actual AI representative or a presenter that will deliver your education on behalf of you so that you don't have to be on camera. Before I continue, I just wanted to tell you guys about the AI Income Stack and the Skool Launch Circle. In the AI Income Stack, Ayanda teaches you more than 10 different ways for you to start making money with AI, such as AI clones, AI music, AI photography, and even how to do faceless YouTube channels. And a second community is called the Skool Launch Circle. This teaches you how to package up your own knowledge and turn it into your very own school community. If at any point throughout this video you want to join any of those communities, click on the link in the description for your invite. Step one of this process is finding a look, a visual representation for your actual business. So if you are not cloning yourself, you need to create someone who's going to be consistently the face of your actual brand, especially if you're delivering online education. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is go to social media, Pinterest, magazines, TV, wherever it is that you can find an inspirational image. You're not going to copy the person's look. You're going to use them as an inspirational image, and then you're going to grab a picture. So I've gone with this cute lady here, and I've taken an actual screenshot of this actual image. Now, this is the second step to this process. Take that same image into ChatGPT and write in a really simple prompt. I want you to actually write me a detailed prompt of this person as the initial image. You can have that you want them just standing inside of a studio setting, so no background, nothing else, just their visuals is what you want to actually create. And you can ask ChatGPT for that actual prompt. So you would say something like, write me a detailed prompt for how this person visually looks. I want her body type to look like this. I want her face to look like this. Instead of having just brown hair, I would like her to have blonde highlights. Create the prompt where she's standing inside of a photography studio setting, side portrait, straight face portrait, and then generate this image for me. So I'm going to show you how you can do your base images first. So I've added in my prompt. I'm just going to click on to generate. And with the prompt that ChatGPT gives us, we're either going to ask ChatGPT to generate the image, but in a completely different chat, or we're going to take it to a tool like Hixfield, OpenArt, Midjourney, Leonardo, any image generating tool. It doesn't really matter the one that you want to use. Whichever one is your preference, you can use any of those. So I'm going to copy the prompt and I'm going to head over to the tool that I use quite often, which is called OpenArt. And the reason why I use OpenArt is because I got an annual plan for it. And as you can see, I get around 20,000 credits, a month. And I just like to use up the credits. After I finished with OpenArt and my annual plan is done, I'm most likely going to use Hixfield. But today we're going to generate inside of OpenArt. So click on the actual homepage and click on generate image. Once you click on generate image, on the left hand side, you're going to be able to see that you can add in an actual prompt and you can change your image model. So my image model, I'm going to say Nano Banana Pro. So I'm not going to make any changes to that. I'm going to keep it exactly as it is. And then in this section, I'm going to type in my actual prompt of what she's going to look like. And that is the prompt that came from ChatGPT. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to say that I'm going to do 4 different variations, and my output size that I'm going to do is probably going to be landscape because it's 4 different images in one shot. So I'm going to click on to generate, remove this, and we're going to see over here that 4 images are now being generated. Just going to take a deeper look at them and see which one looks the most realistic. I quite like this one. This one has got both the left hand side and she needs to kind of have left and right side. So I think I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to download this and make sure that I'm saving it to my computer. So now you can see that this is downloaded. The third step to this process is me asking ChatGPT to now write me a prompt of her sitting inside of an office studio. You can screenshot this actual prompt here, but I've said that I want her to be in a home office that also doubles as an actual podcast studio. So I'm going to take this actual prompt. So we're back inside of OpenArt. We're going to switch out our image model and make sure it's back onto Nano Banana. We're going to add in our actual prompt that we got from ChatGPT, but this time, instead of leaving this image section blank, 2 ways for you to upload. You can either click on history when you get to this part because the image was made with this particular tool. If it was made inside of ChatGPT, Midjourney or somewhere else, you're going to click on uploads and you're going to go to your recent downloads. So I'm going to click on upload, head into my recent downloads, click on the OpenArt recent downloads, and then I'm going to make sure that I am going to do it suitable to be the presenter for my actual community. So I'm going to make sure that it's widescreen and not portrait. I click on 2kg or 4kg, and then I'm going to click on to generate. So these are the 2 output images that it actually gave me. I prefer this one because it's got a hand in it. However, I do want both of her hands visible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and adjust the actual prompt, and then I'm going to regenerate the image, and I'm simply just going to add in a line towards the top saying both hands are visible, or where it says something like she's sat behind her desk. So she's got a modern desk, she's worn media, and I'm going to say both hands visible and mouth moving as if she is talking mid-sentence. Because when you want to generate it into a video, if you don't have that mid-sentence and hands moving, sometimes it can make your video, it throws your video off a little bit and her mouth will look a little bit strange, teeth will look a little bit too large. So have her mouth like she's actually in mid-sentence and her hands slightly moving. We're going to generate those images. If you already have a ChatGPT account and you want to generate this actual image with ChatGPT, simply copy the actual prompt. So you can ask ChatGPT to actually generate the image for you. So let's give it a copy. Go to a brand new chat. Add in your prompt. I'm going to make some tweaks to the top here. I'm going to take out AI influencer. So realistic young lady, young female, natural skin texture. Make some changes to that. And then let's make sure that it says it's doing it in portrait. So this is the image that ChatGPT gave us, which you could obviously use, and you could ask it to generate another image more in portrait format. And then you could start to actually use that as your actual presenter. OpenArt gave her a much more natural look, natural daylight, not so glossy looking. Now you wouldn't use this side angle one, you would use the one where she's looking direct to the camera. So we'll download this. Today we're going to be making her custom voice inside of a tool called HeyGen. So create an actual HeyGen account. Once you've logged into your actual HeyGen account, click on the avatar on the left hand side. On your mobile phone, you're just going to click on the plus button at the bottom of the screen, and then you're going to click on photo to video. It will allow you to upload your photo, and then you can either voice speak into the actual phone and record everything, or you can actually just type it in and select an actual voice. But on the computer, it is going to be photo to video. So we're just going to go to quick create. We're going to upload our actual image. So we clicked on upload in this section. We uploaded our image from OpenArt. We'll need to type in our script here, and then we'll need to actually create a custom voice for her. So like I said before, you do have the ability to actually just voice record your actual script, and then you can go and select an actual voice. But I've just typed in a quick actual message here. Now when it comes to actual voices, it's got Emma Voice 1 down here. So I'm going to click on Emma Voice 1, and then I'm going to click on New Voice at the top right hand side. And you see where it says that you can actually voice design. So we're going to click on voice design, and it's going to bring us to this window where we can describe who she is and her style of actual voice. So I can put something like, well, it's actually automatically typed in something that I actually don't want. So actually, let's have a look what it's actually got. So I haven't fully rewritten what it actually wrote for us. I simply just said that this person would have a warm, medium pitch voice with a moderate fast pace. So I want her to have a fast pace, sounding professional yet approachable. Her tone is confident and friendly. And I said that she has a South London posh accent. Then I'm going to click on the arrow up, and it's going to generate 3 different voice variations just underneath here. Now it does take a few seconds for this to be done. So I'm going to pause the video. Once they're generated, we'll come back and hear them. So the voice that it gave her was quite mature. It sounded a lot older. So what I've done is I've tweaked it again, and I've said this lady is in her mid-20s, and then continued. So I'm going to click on the arrow again, and we're going to hear what voices it gives.
Right, so the presentation went rather well, don't you think? I was a bit nervous about the Q&A.
Right, so the presentation went rather well, don't you think? I was a bit nervous about...
Right, so the presentation went rather well, don't you think? I was a bit nervous about the Q&A, but everyone seemed quite engaged. We definitely covered all the key points.
So once you've decided on the voice that you want, select the voice and make sure that it's highlighted, and then you're just going to set it as the default voice. Once you've set it as the default voice, it's actually going to take you into a screen where you can tweak it. You can change the volume, you can change the speed and everything like that. If you don't need to, then you're just going to click on to save changes. And so now this is actually going to be her voice. We can click on play.
Suarez YouTube channel. So happy to have you here and excited for you to learn the steps to how I was created. You will need ChatGPT for prompts, OpenArt or any AI photo generator for my visuals, and finally HeyGen for my audio and movement.
If you're happy with everything, click on to generate. Finish, sometimes it will alert your mobile phone or your emails. If it doesn't, just log back into your HeyGen and then go to actual projects. So click on projects just here, and you're going to see here, this is your actual video. This is Ayanda in the edits. I just wanted you to know that you don't have to settle for the actual voice that you create. You can actually go back and you can recreate the voice. Now, I think her voice is a little bit too slow, a bit too monotone, and the pacing wasn't correct when she actually says my name and then continues. And you'll hear that in a second. So what I would more likely do is go back to the actual voice design stage, and I would recreate it and click that I wanted it more fast paced.
Welcome to Ayanda Suarez YouTube channel. So happy to have you here and excited for you to learn the steps to how I was created. You will need ChatGPT for prompts, OpenArt or any AI photo generator for my visuals, and finally HeyGen for my audio and movement.
So now that I've shown you how to create your actual AI avatar or a presenter that will deliver your education, I've shown you how to create the visual look, and I've shown you how you can also create a custom voice inside of HeyGen. It's now time for you to think about, what education do you have? What knowledge, what skills, what passion have you been sitting on for a long time that you've wanted to tell people about and share, but yet you don't want to be in front of the camera? AI has now leveled the playing field for us. Share what it is that you have to share. You don't have to be frightened about being on camera anymore, because your AI representative can be the face-forward representation for your actual education. I hope that you guys like this video. If you want to see more of this type of content, then leave a comment in the comment section. If you think anybody else would be interested in this content, then make sure you share it, and also hit the like button. This helps with the algorithm to know that this type of content is what you guys are actually looking for. Until next time, thanks for watching.